Hi, listeners. This is Nat Mundel, founder of Voyage. I am beyond excited to introduce you all to Ann Dowd, who stars in our allegedly episode, My Forever Love. Ann has been nominated for 4 Emmys in her storied career, and she won for her portrayal of Aunt Lydia in The Handmaid's Tale. You probably can really visualize Ann in that role. You may also know her from her Emmy-nominated performance in The Leftovers and then countless other credits as well. So Ann, it's my greatest honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me in my disheveled appearance. Lovely to see you.
That's the beauty of podcasting, right?
Well, there you go. That's it.
So on that note, is this your first podcast voiceover work?
It is.
Are you also a listener of podcasts?
Well, yes, occasionally if I drive a long distance, then I have the pleasure of listening. So yes, not a huge amount, but this was very, very interesting to read. The first that I've, looked at in a different way, so to speak.
Yeah, and why take the role? What is interesting about it for you?
Well, when I can't read something twice because it's so upsetting, then I think, oh, this is very interesting. That poor woman, because what can you say to her?
Exactly.
She was aware of all of it, and she was lonely.
Yeah.
And she wanted a life, and she wanted a connection.
And how familiar were you prior with this sort of online world of catfishing?
I've certainly heard about it and read a little about it, and oh God. And when you're from the outside, you think, okay, it couldn't be more obvious. Like, this is weird. Don't get involved. But then that's judging, isn't it? Particularly in this story, where at the heart of it is a loneliness for human contact of whatever kind that brings some joy to the heart, some sense of I'm alive for a reason. So as she was taking the money out, I think, oh, honey, what could you be thinking? Well, as I read it a few times, I realized you can't make a judgment here. It's too personal, too real.
Yeah, and it's interesting, I thought a little bit about this because it's so commonplace today, and it exploits the most vulnerable, and it really appeals to the most sort of base and persuasive aspects of our psychology. And I in some respects, I think that sort of these professional catfishers are the world's greatest marketers, in that they really have a deep understanding, obviously, of what drives people to make decisions.
They can read, it reminded me a little of Compliance. Did you ever see Compliance?
I have not.
It was based on a true story, but the character I play is running a fast food restaurant on a Friday night, and she gets a call from a detective. And what it leads to is full-blown sexual assault, which she doesn't even know she's complicit in all of this, because she just believed him right away. And so it's once you get in that door and then starting to read people, what are the vulnerabilities? This poor woman in this story, profound loneliness.
Yeah. And that word,
a desire for connection, a desire for a companion to walk with.
Or that word compliance, that's actually one of the most persuasive, when you start with an authority and you get that first agreement to comply, then all of the other compliances that follow become that much more easy and insidious. And
that's a skill they possess, these scammers.
Correct.
I see. The difference here, of course, is the woman tells us, I know how this sounds. I know this. She completely outs herself in terms of awareness that, wait a second, this guy's a complete fake.
And how are you finding, what are you drawing on in to get access and empathy with this character?
Well, I think it's very clear in the writing. And so I reminded myself in the few times I've rehearsed it, which is not even really the word, remove all judgment, remove all skepticism, and just listen to the words and just let her be who she is.
Wow.
I mean, that's a rule for actors in the first place, because the minute judgment comes in, the door's closed.
Correct.
with her, because sometimes I literally pulled back and I was like, no, honey, come on now. You know better than this. But then again, you realize is it worth it? Did she get something from this?
Hmm.
And then that last sentence that she gets another message. Got to be kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very compelling. Very
Yeah.
compelling.
Well, we're so thrilled you've chosen to play with us in
Thank you.
this universe.
Honored
But
to
tell
be
us
asked.
what else is going on for you. Like, what's next? What do you want your fans to know? What are you working
Well,
on?
that's kind of you. Well, I head back next week. We're in the middle of the season. Well, we're into the last, say, third, and I'll be there for the better part of 5 weeks, just for all of us to, to the end. We are doing 10 episodes, so that's always very exciting. And then the hope is to go to Europe to shoot a very interesting film called The Undertaker's Children, which takes place in the Second War in East Germany. Very, very compelling story. So I'm very fortunate.
How exciting. And can't wait for season.
Hey, you got some work to do there, buddy. You got to catch up.
Well, I know what you said. There's hopefully 2 more seasons coming of The Handmaid's Tale.
Season 5 and then season 6.
How exciting.
And then we go on to the Testaments.
I was telling Ann earlier how much I basically bought Hulu for that and then canceled it, not knowing there was more seasons coming. So now that I know, I have to go buy Hulu again to jump in. Because I've watched all 4, start to finish. I think.
You did all 4.
Oh yeah, no, I mean that was like maybe 5 days of work for me. That's it.
I mean, it's hard to watch these, one after another. Space is helpful. So
yeah, well, I have a tendency toward the dark, so it's unfortunately a little easy for me to get engrossed.
Well, here we are with open arms, so you won't
exactly.
Darkness comes to us.
Well, thank you again so much for joining us and for joining me today. Listeners, please tune in. You can find Allegedly on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you listen to podcasts. And I want to thank our star, Ann Dowd, for Voyage Media. I'm Nat Mundel, and I'm signing off.
Pleasure. Thank you.